My name is Chris, and I'm an avid runner. My wife and I live full-time in our Airstream, traveling North America in search of great running trails and pathways. I document both the highs and lows of these routes so that other travelers might enjoy what I call running on the road. Today's review is of the Legacy Trail, located in the heart of the bluegrass, Lexington, Kentucky. I chose this as my first trail review because this is where I grew up, and it is where I found my love of running. The Legacy Trail is a north-south running, 2-lane bike path that extends from the Kentucky Horse Park at the north end down to the southern trailhead near the Griffin Gate Golf Club. The one-way distance of this trail is just over 8 miles, but that includes a slight diversion that I took in order to find another parking area. The max elevation for this run is just under 1,000 feet mean sea level. There are several parking options on the trail, which helps if you want to adjust the length of the trail by planning a pickup or drop-off point. The elevation gain during the run is about 500 feet, so it's not a flat run, but rolling hills typical of what you would find in Kentucky. The largest climb is right at the southern trailhead, or you can make this your initial downhill slope if you choose to run north on this trail. I chose to run this trail starting at the north trailhead next to the Kentucky Horse Park. 1, because it has plenty of parking, but 2, it has its own RV park. One of my most favorite aspects of a trail is where I can walk out of my camper and hit the road running. So if you're looking for some extra mileage, the Kentucky Horse Park is a great place to explore. The park entrance is on Ironworks Pike, which is the closest access to the trail. It has a wide access point, and you will see a map of the immediate area. But the first obstacle is crossing Ironworks Pike. It's a passive crossing, meaning that there are no stoplights or crossing indicators. You have to ensure that you look both ways and watch out for the traffic. And once you cross the road, you'll see another day-use parking area. So if you're not interested in exploring the horse park, you can choose this option. The next 3 miles is what I think is the most scenic part of the path. It's a winding 2-lane asphalt road, and here you are far enough from the roadway that you don't really hear the daily traffic. There are some passive crossings, but these are mostly service roads, so you won't see a lot of traffic there either. You will see several information signs explaining the history along the trail, which are nice if you need to take a break. And this trail has some beautiful bridges over creeks and waterways, which are both scenic and functional. Bikers do use this path, so you want to make sure you stay to the right. After 3 miles, you'll come to an underpass of the I-65, and you'll know you're close because you'll start hearing the trucks running on the interstate. Fortunately, there is a nice tunnel under the highway, so you don't have to mitigate the traffic. Here the path extends about 3/4 of a mile along the highway, which is safe because of the physical barriers, but it is rather noisy from the traffic, which takes away from the peacefulness of the trail. But then the trail will wide to the left for another 1/4 of a mile to a parking area, dog park, and picnic area. Or you can choose to keep right and remain on the trail as it extends another 0.8 miles to another parking area. You'll also see a bathroom and picnic grounds on the way. Again, there are a few joining pathways, but you want to stay on the 2-lane bike path. The final section to Newtown Pike Road has a nice incline at the end. However, as you can see, it runs along a fairly busy road, and it lacks a physical barrier between you and the traffic. Also, there are a few passive crossings that may impede your momentum. Once you arrive at Newtown Pike, it gets really busy and, in my opinion, not worth much continuing on the run. There are no public parking areas here, but there are some businesses that you could have someone meet you, or you could double back on the trail. In summary, I have a quick checklist of features that I look for in a good running path. You may have something different, which you can put down in the comments below, and I'll try to add them to future videos. First, the running surface is hard asphalt because it is mainly used as a bike path. I preferred varied surfaces, but this pathway is well maintained and cleared of any debris. The pathway does have mileage markers, which I think is nice to help gauge how far you have gone and helps figuring out your pace. For the scenery, I love the greenery, the rolling hills, the bridges, and the farm pastures. There's plenty to see out here, and it makes for a nice run. But the noise pollution on the stretches near the highways and roadways do detract from some of its peacefulness. Support is what I consider access to bathrooms, water, and parking along the trail, which this trail has plenty. And again, I love the running trails adjacent to an RV park, which fits nicely with our nomadic lifestyle. And finally, I felt very safe on this trail, although I did not run it in the dark. But there are several passive road crossings that you need to navigate, and the stretch on Citation Boulevard at the end does not have a physical barrier between you and the traffic, so you just need to be careful. I'll be posting these videos once a week as we travel North America. Please comment below if you have something unique that you look for when finding a good running trail, and I'll see you on the next Running on the Road.